It
this,
is.
This.
Yeah, start with number 1.
Okay. Ready?
Yeah, it is filming now.
Okay. What historical thing happened to you that impacted your life?
I really believe that the historical thing that impacted my life was the assassination of John F. Kennedy. That made it's as though a president, nothing could happen to a president ever, and it made us feel a little less safe. And until we got things back in order and another president was elected, it was really a very tricky kind of atmosphere in the United States. So that impacted me.
And was it something major to you?
Yes, it really was. It really was. I'm trying to think how old I was, but I'm not going to tell you because you'll be able to count back and then you'll know how old I am. I had voted, and I had voted for this man, and it was a weird feeling to know that you had voted for the president of the United States and he had been shot. It's like, yeah, it was very, very major.
Yeah. And I guess it's an easy question, but did it only take place in one place, or just like where did it happen?
It happened in Dallas, Texas.
And were you? Didn't you live?
Oh, I'm sorry, huh?
Didn't you live there when?
We did live there, but at that point when JFK was shot, I was single. I wasn't even married then.
Oh.
But yes, once I got married to your grandpa, we did move to Dallas, Texas, and lived there. And so we visited the site of the place where he had been assassinated and all of the history there.
That's really cool.
It really was, because it took me from the time when I was a very young girl to a married woman to still make an impact on me, to bring up that feeling again. So yeah, it remains.
And was it something you still really remember? I guess it is.
Yeah, it is. It is. Because his name is brought up every now and then. In fact, you may have heard his name mentioned during this, the Trump campaign and the Clinton campaign. You may have heard, because he's been quoted. He was a great man.
Yeah, very. And he made in Florida, the John F. Kennedy Space Center.
Say that again without moving in a chair.
Oh.
And
it wait, what was I saying?
John F. Kennedy Space Center.
Oh yeah, it was, and because the John F. Kennedy Space Center.
Yes, because he was such a popular president and a wonderful president, and he was. You're gonna have to check me out. I'm not sure about this, but I believe he wanted and sponsored and rallied for space travel. So when it finally happened, they named the Space Center after him.
Yeah. And how did it happen?
Well, he and his wife were Jacqueline Kennedy. Were in it was like a parade. Although they were all in cars, and their car, the car they were in, was a convertible. And as they were going down the highway, someone shot him from a building. They showed him. Lee Harvey Oswald was his name. And he shot the president, and they immediately drove to the hospital, and the Secret Service then jumped on the car, and everyone was trying to surround him so that nothing else would happen, or nothing would happen anyway to Mrs. Kennedy for sure. And yeah, that was the travel. That was the news. And then when the big news came out that he died, it was like, oh my gosh, the world was stunned.
Yeah. Were any important people there? Did they have any role of it?
Oh, as part of the tragedy?
Yeah.
Well, they've never really said who was the one to blame or who was behind it. They knew that Lee Harvey Oswald was the shooter, but there was someone else involved. No one that I know of, famous anyway, was involved in it.
Good, because they would be in big trouble.
They would be in big time trouble.
And where did you live while it was happening?
Atlanta, Georgia.
Woo!
I was living here. I was working at the Medical Association of Georgia. And that very day, I had worked there, actually. I had worked there and then went to get my hair cut. So, yep, I was there. And, oh, by the way, Jolie, let me see. Oh, something just went out of my head. That's Johnson. President Johnson was the vice president then. And he was there. And on the way back from Dallas to Washington, he was made the president of the United States.
Was that a good thing?
Yeah, because someone had to be in control of the United States, and as it happened, he was there. So that was an interesting. It sounds like a movie almost. Doesn't
Yeah. Didn't they make it a movie?
They may. No, I don't think so. Oh, I don't know. Like
And could you? Could you go anywhere while it was happening?
We could go places. Yes.
Yeah,
we were
because
prohibited from going anywhere.
yeah, it wasn't like that, but it wasn't like a huge. I mean, it was a huge deal, but it wasn't a huge deal that it was a big deal to everyone else that they couldn't move anywhere.
Exactly. Not like today. No. Today, because of the terrorist attacks and so forth, it's a whole different world now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then the last question: did you learn a lot about it while it was happening, and now today?
I did. I learned a lot. I read a lot. All of us watched TV. Everyone read the newspaper, listened to the radio. It was just all-consuming. It was something that the world just couldn't get over. It was very difficult.
Yeah. Done.
That's it.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. But listen, you can put in there. I could not remember his name. It was Lyndon Baines Johnson. Was the vice president then, and that's who was made the president on an airplane flying back to Washington. If you need to know that.
Yeah.
So thank you for choosing me.
No problem.
Okay, have fun.
I like your glasses.
Oh, thank you. Oh, you got to see this, Jolie. I got to show you the puzzle. You ready? It's not done yet, but I got that done. Can you see that?
Whoa!
Oh my gosh.
You got the lady holding the